Hola, ladies and gentlemen. It is a metaphysical Bible study. It is June 20th, and yesterday was the sacral workshop, and it was a fantastic workshop. It was everything went really, really well. I'm going to talk to you guys more about that when we connect on Friday. Um, Today, I decided to share with you guys and put this out live on a off hour. We're usually during the day for Bible study, but decided to do it tonight on this fantastic, beautiful day. So, Miss Smokey is not with us today. She is away. So, Solution and I are going to be holding it down. How you doing, Solution?
I'm doing great. I'm here. I'm happy to be here on this what day that fathers are celebrating.
Yeah, the days that the fathers are celebrated.
Yeah, so
So
we are here, and I am here, and
we celebrate you every day, huh?
Yeah. So it's not, I don't really take it as any more than a day.
You know what I was thinking about today, because I had to go out today, and I was thinking about how everybody that's out, they're like, I was standing in line at the supermarket, and I saw that all the cards for the dads were gone. And I was just like, there was some, stuff there, but everything was just completely gone. And I was like, and then I started looking at the price of the cards, $6, $7, depending on what it is. And I'm like, wow, look at what this whole day has done, where it's like we're taking money from the family to give it to these people, to the Hallmarks and all these other families on
that
these
generational wealth.
that have generational wealth, that have banked on Father's Day, quote unquote, because they know that on this day
it's a payday.
It's a payday.
Huge payday.
A huge payday. So I think it's cool that, when you truly want to honor somebody, to give them your time and your love. And, some gifts are nice and stuff, but you don't have to buy it. You can make something. You could, do something for the person. So many other things that we could do to celebrate each other than just buying each other things. But, yeah, it was a great day, though. Definitely had a great day.
Great day.
Yes. So we're going to be doing it
number 13 day.
A number 13 day.
June is 6. The year is 5. The day is 2.
Trece. I'll let you do the math.
Yeah. 6 plus 5 is 11. Plus 2 is 13.
And that is a good thing.
Yeah.
So today, since Smokey's not here, we're going to hold it down. I'm going to pull a card for a chakra card for this session today, this Bible study. And as we do every week on the Bible study, we're going to open up a page from A Metaphysical Interpretation of the Bible by Stephen L. Harefield, PhD. And we're going to see what message High Source has to share with us through this book. And this week is because I think last week, did I do it by myself, or?
You did do one by yourself.
I did one by myself, okay. So then, yeah, it's you. It is you, Solución. I hope you all are having a fantastic moment in time, wherever you are in the world.
I got page 710.
Page 710. And, I'm so used to doing just my part that I didn't even, say a prayer to open up like we usually do. There's a little fly thing floating in here. Um, so before we even look at what this page is, we know that its message is divine, and it is giving us the manna, the food to continue on through the week and all of the things that are happening in the world. And I trust that our ancestors and divine guidance is always around us and supporting us in all the information that we get to, even when we, forget to pray it in. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I trust that they recognize the vibe of what we're doing, and we're going to get what we need. So with that said, Ache.
Short prayer. I thank you, Most High, for gifting us this space, for gifting us this time, for gifting us the ability to absorb the energy and the information that you are providing to give us our navigatory skills throughout this existence. In your name, we rejoice. In your name, we give thanks. In your name, we give praise. Ache, Ache, Ache 13.
Ache 13, Ache 13. That was fantastic solution. I love it.
Right.
So we're on page.
This is 710.
710.
Letter to the Church of Ephesus, 7th Energy Center. Revelation chapter 2, verses 1 through 7. Revelation chapter 2, verses 1 through 7. Quote, to the angel of the church in Ephesus write, the one who holds the 7 stars in his right hand, the one who walks among the 7 golden lampstands, says this. 2. I know your deeds and your toil and perseverance, and that you cannot endure evil men, and you put to the test those who call themselves apostles, and they are not, and you found them to be false. 3. And you have perseverance and have endured for my name's sake, and have not grown weary. 4. But I have this against you, that you have left your first love. 5, and I guess this is our verses.
Yeah.
Remember therefore from where you have fallen, and repent and do the deeds you did at first. Or else I am coming to you, and will remove your lampstand out of its place, unless you repent. 6. Yet this you do have, that you hate the deeds of the Nicolaitans, which I also hate. 7. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To him who overcomes, I will grant to eat of the tree of life, which is in the paradise of God. The only variation we find between the New American Standard Bible and the older King James translation is capitalization. As you can see above, one and his are capitalized, while they are not in the older version. In the newer version, this is meant to represent God in all reverence. The word spirit is also capitalized in both renditions. This now poses a question. If one and his are not capitalized in the older Bible, and spirit is, which is the most important? Is this not an indication that for our species, spirit is the most essential attribute of being human? It symbolizes its significance, for it is indeed within all of us as we are reminded that we have left our first love. And that's the end of the paragraph.
Oh, that was I was getting messages while you were reading that, but that is what struck me, or what I connected to as you were reading that, was just everything that's happening now in the world, with people not really knowing what to who to believe, who to listen to, who to you have to go back to yourself so that you could really hear what is going on, what is being said to you by that spirit source, because we are spiritual beings having a physical experience. So this part, our spirituality, you have seen so many people talking about spirituality, right? On in every space in my life, I'm seeing people recognize that, you know, spirituality, and that something is happening, and wanting to find what that source is, wanting to find what that is. And that's just because it is a natural part of who we are. It's a natural part of who we are, and we've been directed to not be that anymore. And so that's one of the things that stuck out to me. Let me see, there was something.
No, it said, "He who has ears, let him hear." So I guess it's really saying, acknowledge, what you are taking in, and assess and give it to, your spirit to assess and diagnose and take it for value, as opposed to being negligent in, the information that you are given from, source.
One of the things that stuck out to me also was, well, yeah, what you were saying, that he who has ears, let them hear. What stuck out to me about that was feeling like I'm not giving your energy, and we talked about this on Friday, giving your energy to people that are not ready to listen, and spending your time just trying to make people hear what it is that you have to say. That's a detriment to ourselves, because we have to use this energy wisely and be who we are and share, who we are, but allow it to be in a way that, for those that are ready to listen, for those that are ready to receive it, those are the ones that are going to receive it. And I think that we're definitely very much aware of that at this time.
Said, "I know your deeds and your toil and perseverance, and that you cannot endure evil men. And you put to the test those who call themselves apostles, and they are not, and you found them to be false." So I assume it's
all of the false prophets that are being revealed in this time right
placed
now.
in front and over the internet. The people
they're trying to get to lead the new world, lead societies. There's leaders everywhere now. And this is definitely a confirmation to go back to your source for that, for everything. For your guidance. You need to trust yourself. Trust that divine source lives in you and is going to see you through. It is going to give you guidance, but you got to trust it.
And it also said, "As you can see above," it was interesting how they was talking about the capitalization of one and his. while they are not in the older version, they are capitalized. And then it talked about how the spirit is the most important. It symbolizes its significance, for it is indeed within all of us, as we are reminded that we have left our first love.
How did you interpret that?
Our first love. Well, it said up top when it said that, it said we have left our first love. So I guess our first love would be our spirit.
Yeah, ourselves, going back to, you know, the source of who we are, like that part of ourselves, our spirit. And so now what's happening in the world is that spirit is coming, is becoming more and more apparent so that it can be back married to the physical, so that we could bring that balance and be able to recognize the power of the spirit that is in all days, every day, you know, not just Sunday. It's a part of who we are. And so we've abandoned ourselves and we've given it away.
Right.
You know, that's definitely how I interpret it.
Definitely has been a disconnect from our soul.
Oh, yes.
Spirit. And knowing that that is our most authentic self and our most basic self, you know, beyond our skin, organs, and flesh and muscles. And that is the part of us that is of the Most High.
You know, and it's interesting because there's something that we were talking about today. There's a gentleman, and a gentleman is just an example of what. Sorry, we got a little distracted with this. Oh, it's back. But you know, people. There's a lot of people, and
you're saying there's a gentleman.
Yeah, there's a gentleman, and I'm not gonna like totally point him out. I'm not gonna say what his name is, but you know, a lot of people talk about talking to God directly, but they use talking to God directly to misdirect the people, to fearing the people or making people think that what they said is to be really ultimate and revered and respected because God told them that. God told them what they're telling you, you know, and it's to that time now where people are, why would God not tell me what God wants me to know? And then it's just like, ding, oh, God does tell me what God wants me to know, you know, through my life, through my reality, the things that I experience, you know. And so when you connect to that source, it is a different world because you really don't worry about other people and their world. You really focus on your world because you recognize that you are completely 100% responsible for your soul. You are the master of that, and only you. And it's like, it's a huge responsibility. You know, it's like when you have something, when you get something and you feel like, oh, wow, that's really precious. I was thinking about it today because, you know, Lucas got, he got a new technical gadget, and he feels very, you know, he's like, this is an expensive thing, you know, and he's very careful with it, and he's careful with all his things, you know, he takes care of his things very well. But it's like, you know, when you realize what it is that you have, you do take care of it differently. When you don't know what it is, you kind of like, you don't really put any value to it, so you're like, whatever, you know. But once you know what it is, it's different. Life operates different. And when you know who you are, you know, and you take that responsibility and accountability for your life, you really do look at the world differently. You know, it's like you don't have time to be thinking about what other people are doing over there, or what's happening over there, like this gossip thing. And I can't say that's not something that I've done. You understand? Right. It's like it's something that's so huge in our society and everything that is acceptable. And what made me think about it was we started watching The Heights, which is a show on Netflix, is it? Mm-hmm. And it's The Heights, and it's about it's this musical, and our daughter wanted to see it, so we watched it with her, and we couldn't get through the whole thing. Absolutely not. It was what I felt like the Hollywood version of what it's like for Latinos on the East Coast in the Heights, right? So it's very interesting because definitely you didn't see a lot of Afro-Latinos represented at all, and I know that was a thing for a minute, but oh, dang it. What was my whole point that I was going to make of bringing this reference?
You were thinking about gossip.
Oh, okay. So, yes, thank you, Puppy. So, what brought it to my attention, we were watching that show, and in the musical, there was a song where they were singing about the girls in the beauty salon, and they were just talking about, tell me something, and, that I don't know. And I think that was the name of the song. And, they were just gossiping about everybody and everything. And it's like, and everything that you see, it's like, for me, just where I am, I'm always decoding. I'm always translating everything and just seeing what goes on and how they inject the programs. And it's like the gossip thing is just such a distraction. It is always to get you and keep you outside of yourself, to listen to, and then the person that got the juiciest gossip, you're going to listen to them, it's like, and so it's like, and it's the entertainment, because, they tell a good story, like, Miss Wendy Williams, right? She tells right. They love that character. And it's like, it's not anything against anybody. The whole point is that all of that is done to keep people away from themselves, outside of themselves. The farther you go from yourself, the farther you go from your source. That's your true love. That is what that verse was talking about. And we have all first love, your first love. Ache. And so that's what this is all about, is coming back to yourself. Well,
coming back to your center.
Coming back to your center. But yesterday in the workshop, we worked on our sacral chakra, and Lucas has been reminding me all day that we have to have one for the men, where it's men and women. So that's going to be coming. All of the centers, healing all of the chakras, that's coming through Master Vibration 13. So we're grateful and thankful for that. And when? Well, can't tell you that. I can tell you that it's going to happen. I see the vision clearly. So I'm excited of what's to come, but I'm absolutely taking advantage of right now and focus on this new energy and this new moment. Sending love to Smokey on her away time. And we'll just see what happens with the world. So many changes all the time. So I'm shuffling the cards, and one went ahead and popped out. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is the one that we want to pull for the group. And I think it's very important because this is for your Earth Star chakra. And that means lots of grounding. Lots of grounding is necessary. Again, I didn't do it again, and I know I'm just kind of going with the flow. You guys already know that, and I didn't tell you, but I pulled a card. Smokey usually pulls the cards. Smokey's not here, so I'm pulling the card. Before she pulls the card, she does her thing. I'm not used to doing it, so I just did my thing, and it kind of went with the flow, and it popped out, and I'm like, and I'm respecting the ancestors. Ache, thank you for the guidance. Thank you for the protection. Thank you for the information and divine knowledge. It is so greatly appreciated. The card that was pulled is for all of the people that are connecting to this broadcast right now. The number of the card that was pulled is the number 3. The Earth Star Chakra resonates to the color black. The Earth Star Chakra is located approximately 6 inches below the feet and aligns with the beautiful heart of the Earth. It anchors our light and soul deeply into the planet, allowing us to feel supported, grounded, and held on our journey. We feel deeply connected to the Earth and her elements, and are open and receptive to all the love, healing, and nurturing she has to offer. When our Earth Star is cleansed and in balance, we feel a deep sense of self-love and contentment. We feel completely connected and in harmony with nature, the trees, animals, plants, and all other beautiful energies that live upon the earth. The world becomes a safe haven to live a life of love, joy, and abundance. It relates to rebirth, deep connection to Mother Earth, nurturing, grounding, animal spirit guides, vitality, rejuvenation, and stability. The number of the card, the specific card that we pulled, is the nurturing card, and I'll have a picture of this card in the study group so you guys can check it out. You have called upon this card today as an invitation to create more nurturing in your life. It is easy to get caught up with the crazy hustle and bustle of the world, forgetting to take a little time for yourself to give back, nurture, and receive the gifts and the fruits of your labor. The healing energy of nurturing is available to you now, and you are being encouraged to take a moment to honor yourself with this light. Something in your life is calling for some love and nurturing. You are completely deserving of this love and attention. Do those things for yourself that allow you to feel this love essence. Take a long, relaxing bath, go for a massage, spend time with friends and loved ones. Whatever allows you to feel nurtured, make sure you do this for yourself, as it is a big part of your growth and healing at present. It is a natural state of being to nurture. However, due to fear, we have learnt to shut off and separate ourselves from the love and nurturing that surrounds us. Open yourself to the kindness in your heart and create some love in your life today. An affirmation for that is, I am nurturing myself in all aspects of life, and I am open to receive this powerful, loving energy now and always. Ache, ache, and thank you to Rachel Charman who did this chakra reading card guidebook. And this connected with what we just read, because in taking care of yourself, in nurturing yourself, you're giving back. You're nurturing source. You know what I'm saying? It's like because that's the only way that you're going to make that connection to source, is if you nurture yourself and you take that time for yourself, to love yourself, to be with yourself, to talk to God. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the time to do it. That's how all of this happens. So I'm grateful for the way everything just kind of synchronizes with what the message was. You are completely deserving of this love. And once you start giving it to yourself and start really loving yourself, it's going to change your life. So take the time, go to the ocean, go to the earth, go to the soil, ground yourself on this beautiful earth, and get some healing. Get it on your own. Do it yourself.
Make good choices for what you put in your body.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Drink lots of water.
Drink lots of water.
Yeah.
That's so important, because it's getting, the world is what it's supposed to be now for what is happening. And amazing things are happening in the world for the betterment of humanity and the planet. So in all of that amazingness, there are lots of lives that are being shortened through the process of what all of this purge that Mother Earth is doing is happening. So the better we take care of ourselves, our bodies, our health, our minds, what we consume, um, the healthier life we can have, and the better our experience will be while we stay here in this realm. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Solution, any words of wisdom? Father of mine?
No. Well, grounding is important.
It sure is.
Hold firm and stay invested in what you know.
What you know.
What you know. Where your spirit is. And yeah, that's it. Stay grounded. That's always seemed like the message.
And what's a la Smokey? The love of God surrounds us. The light of God enfolds us. Where He is,
the power of God.
The power of God enfolds us.
The power of God surrounds us. The love of God engulfs us.
I think you messed me up.
Wow. I know it's a power somewhere. So, yeah, you said the light and the love, and I was like, oh, she leaving out power. I was trying to remember myself. I'm going to have to. Yes.
Smokey, we have it in our heart. Your presence is always missed. We love you. The presence of God enfolds us. The light of God, surrounds us. I think I got it all messed up. Where we are, God is, and so it is. I chant, so it is.